Hi everyone, it's Adam and welcome to our first BONDingan session. BONDingan sessions are webinars specifically for our Peace Promotion Fellows. And for this session, you guys will be with me, haha, again. And this afternoon, we'll be talking about online learning and webinars. So, what is online learning? What are the advantages of online learning? What are disadvantages of online learning? And what are available online learning websites that you guys could help out and reach to and enroll in online for free? So those are the things that you'll be learning with us this afternoon. So again, this is your first BONDingan session. Okay, so let's start. First up, let's learn about webinars. So when you hear about the word webinars, most of us think of seminars and seminars on the web at the same time. Webinar is a form of online education and it has greatly affected the world for the past few years. So most people do online meetings, some people do online classrooms, have online courses, and webinars has been one of those forms of online education that is popular and has been effective in reaching out to specific outcomes of learning. And that's why we're employing webinars in the Peace Promotion Fellowship Program, and that's why you're having your first webinar with me this afternoon also. So let's learn what is online learning. First up, online learning is the non-existence of a physical classroom, has flexible schedules, and reduced personal interactions. So let's work through that. First is, it does not have a physical classroom. Like what we guys are doing. So I'm here in the office, you guys are at your home or at your school or at your office also, and you're watching this video. And we don't have a physical classroom, but we are actually learning together. So that's one good explanation of what a webinar is or online education is. Second is it has flexible schedules. So I'm shooting this video at it's 2:29 in the afternoon this Friday. And you'll be watching this, and we'll be airing this on Saturday 2 p.m. and then you'll be watching it any other time in the Saturday afternoon and the evening. So online education allows us to have free schedules, so flexible and free schedules don't have to be bounded together by a specific hour. So we can actually do something, multitask by listening to this video or watching this video, and you guys can do something else. And we could still achieve the learning outcomes that we want to have for this session. Also, we have reduced personal interactions. That's one of the disadvantage of webinars or online education, I guess, because we have reduced personal interactions. When we were in seminars, you could actually look at each other. I could touch you, or you could get like high five. We can't do that over here because we're bounded by the limits of internet and the gadgets that are in front of us. Also, according to the US State Department of Education, online learning is learning that is undertaken on a computer by means of an internet. I mean, that's like the most literal explanation of what online education is. It's education that is undertaken on a computer and by means of the internet. So you guys will be opening this up on your computers or your laptops or your smartphones, and you'll be using the internet to open YouTube or Google Forms, and then you'll be learning. So we're learning together using gadgets and the internet. So those are all my definitions of online learning. If you guys have any other definition of online learning, so you can add it up in our comment section below or in the forums below. So you could write up what you guys think are additional forms of online learning for you. Okay, so next up we have the benefits of online learning. Okay, for today we have 5 benefits of online learning. First up is you can work from anywhere at any time. So basically, that's a very good reason why you want to be in webinars or online learnings. Because you don't really have to be in one place together. Hindi na po kailangan magsama-sama, sabay-sabay. But you could just be together at any time and anywhere. So you could be in your classroom, or you could be in your office, or pwede din nasa banyo kayo, or pwede din nasa kwarto, or any other place that you could be. And you could do this any time of the day. So you could actually watch it before going to sleep, or you can watch it during break time if you're busy, if you're in school, You could do it while you're commute or transporting from your office to your home. So that allows webinars and online education a very good tool for learning. Kasi pwede siyang gawin kahit saan. So also, since everything is available online, accessing class materials and submitting work is very convenient. We've all been to classes where, di ba dapat may mga deadlines na kailangan i-submit. O, kahit sa mga tech camps natin, may mga kailangan i-submit within the hour or within the day. Pero sa webinar or sa online learning, ang maganda doon kasi everything is available online. So you can just access information any time of the day. And at the same time, submit requirements, submit paperwork any time of the day also. So it's very convenient, especially for us who are quite busy. Especially you guys who are quite busy, as East Fellows, medyo busy kayo. So it allows us to be more convenient and flexible with the time that we have. And also, exactly when and where this takes place is up to the student as long as assignment due dates are met. So ayun nga, kahit lahat ay depende sa inyo. Pwede nyo i-open na patigiti-tigihe o pwede nyo gawin in one straight hour or minute and then you can just finish it. So it's up to the viewer, it's up to the student to finish or to complete the lesson that he or she has for the day. So firstly is you can just work anytime or anywhere. So it's really convenient. Webinars and online education is a form of education that is allowed us to learn at the time that we want to learn, at the place that we want to learn. So you can just pick your happy place, pick your most effective time, and choose there, go there, and watch the webinar, just like what you're doing here. Our webinar is about online education. Second benefit of online education is that you could review lectures instantly. Di ba minsan, may mga professors tayo na sobrang mabilis magsalita, or sobrang English, or sobrang madaming na ibibigay na examples, or madaming concepts na ibibigay, na hindi natin na ka-catch up, hindi tayo nakaka-understand kung ano yung sinabi nila. Webinars and online education allows us to have and to be able to quickly review lectures instantly. So minsan, kung hindi mo naintindihan yung first point ng lecture mo sa school, kung hindi mo naintindihan yung first concept na present ng professor mo, syempre hindi mo na yun pwedeng balikan. Pero sa webinars and online education, you could always put a pause button on the video and then go back. So ano nga yung sinabi ni Adam a few minutes ago? Ganun yung parang magandang benefit ng online education. Tsaka sabi din sa University of California, sabi ni Jonathan Schooler, the students lose focus about 5 times in a 45-minute class session. So in one 45-minute class session, 5 beses naboboard ang mga estudyante. So for webinars and for online education, actually, you could just pause this video if you feel like sobrang boring ko na or sobrang hindi na kayo nakakapaintindi sa akin. You can pause this video, take a rest, eat chocolate, or do something else, and then look again or watch the video again. So that's it. One really good advantage of online learning is that you could review lectures instantly. You could pause, you could repeat some lines, you could check on some lines again. And that actually helps. Personally, I like that kind of learning. Imagine pausing your professor and then asking him to repeat something. You can actually ask that in real life. Pero on webinars and on online learning, you would actually do that. So that's the second advantage of online learning. Third, it is less intimidating. So bakit? Many students in classroom environments aren't comfortable speaking in public. Okay? So, which is very true and which is very common. Di ba medyo mas active tayo on social media, mas active tayo kung nasa social media tayo, nasa internet tayo, kesa mas active tayo sa school or in front of many people. And webinars or online education actually gives you that kind of freedom to feel like you're in a classroom, but at the same time, be comfortable in your own space. Kasi nga, so that means you wouldn't be intimidated by your classmates or by other people. So minsan kasi na-intimidate tayo kasi masyadong mas magaling yung classmates natin, o masyadong mas magaling yung other fellows, o masyadong magaling yung other speakers, and we often don't want to speak about our thoughts instead. So ayun, dahil sa mga online education, mas nagiging less intimidating ito. At sabi din, 74% of people suffering from speech anxiety according to the National Institute of Mental Health, online education tends to foster better class participation. Ayun, so may mga tao na mas gustong mag-participate gamit yung online education kesa yung magtaas ng kamay tapos magsalita. Pero I think the case of these fellows naman, I think it should be both balanced. So dapat magaling tayo gumamit ng mga tools that are there available online. But at the same time, I think dapat din tayong magaling mag-present ng ating mga sarili confidently, especially kung leaders tayo sa community. Kasi dun yung mga tao mag-look forward kung what kind of person you are. If you're confident, or if you're shy, or if kaya mo mag-lead, may paninindigan ka ba. So yung mga issues na tatanong ng mga tao. Pero balik nga tayo sa online education. It's really less intimidating kasi nga you're just in your room, you're alone, or you might be at your most comfortable spot. And then you get to listen, you get to study, you get to understand kung ano yung pinagsasabi ng speaker or ng lecturer. So that's the third advantage of online education. Fourth is more time to think before sharing. So yung ibig sabihin nun, sabi ng fourth advantage, mas may maraming time ka daw to think before sharing it. So on-campus students have to choose a stance and formulate a thought in class quickly, and sometimes speak before they fully examine everything. So ganito yan, kasi nangyayari sa school, may i-explain yung teacher mo. For example, may explain yung teacher mo na peace is a concept, ganito, peace and violent extremism are things that are happening in your community. Ganon. Tapos may pa-lecture. Example, may pa-lecture si Sir Tommy tungkol sa history of conflict in Mindanao. And then, in a real-life classroom setting, what happens is that kahit hindi mo pa masyadong na-understand yung topic or yung concept, pag natanong ka o pag natawag ka ng class, sabi ng teacher mo, "Oh, Mr. Anay, can you give me an answer? What are your thoughts about this specific issue or topic?" Ang nangyayari, you are forced to actually say something kahit hindi mo pa naiintindihan. And that's scary kasi number one, ayaw mo mapahiya. Tsaka second, nakakapagod yun kasi gagawa-gawa ka ng storya kahit hindi mo naiintindihan. So, yun yung isang nangyayari sa classroom. But what happens in online education is that you are given a lot more time to process and to think about what you just heard. So for example, ito sa webinar natin, so panimula nating video, after this, you'll be asked to answer some questions. Okay? So may mga questions sa baba after watching this video. And then, but that allows you time to actually review the video, process what the video meant, process what the topic was, understand what the subject was. It actually gives you time to learn more about really understand ano yung pinagsasabi ng speaker. For example, for this case, yung online education. Kung ano yung online education o ano nga ba yung mga steps na kailangan gawin, ano ba yung mga kailangan advantages, disadvantages, bakit nga ba kailangan ng online education, pwede mo yung may time ka na i-process yun at maintindihan yun. Kasi nga, it's all online. Tsaka at the same time din, it gives you time to process it. So sabi din dito, in an online environment, student can spend as much time as they want thinking about and owning their own ideas. This can lead to greater confidence and more elegant discussions. Tamang-tama nga din naman. So, yun nga, kung online education, may mas marami kang time to think about your answer, and then that actually is a win-win situation for the student and for the speaker or for the teacher dahil mas meaningful yung discussion, hindi yung discussion na gawa-gawa mo lang kasi ayaw mong mapahiya o kasi out of the, ano mo lang, yung parang ipag-isipan mo lang kaagad. The fifth advantage of online education or online learning is that it is very much cost-effective. So, minsan, madaming cost. Kasi di ba, pag pupunta tayo ng school or sumasali tayo ng seminars, madami siyang cost. Unang-una may fare, so there's transportation. Second, may bayad sa school. Third is that kailangan magbayad sa teacher. So, may mga ganong implications na kailangan bayaran o may registration fee. For online education, it's very cost-effective because number one, you don't have to travel. Pwede ka lang andyan sa bahay nyo with your internet. Pwede ka lang magpa-load ng GoSurf and do your webinar or do your online education. And then second, di na kailangan magbayad ng registration fee or you don't have to actually spend for anything. At the same time, sa speakers, sa lecturers, saka sa organizers din, it's a lot more cost-effective because hindi na kailangan mag-rent ng place, hindi na kailangan mag-prepare ng snacks, hindi na kailangan mag-prepare ng ano-ano pa na kailangan sa isang typical na seminar. So webinars are really efficient, they are cost-effective, and they're very easy to do. So you can actually do it in an hour, you can actually do it in 2 hours, depende na yun sa anong content yung gusto pag-usapan mo. Pero it's a lot easy and it's a lot convenient. So those are the 5 advantages of online education. First is that you can work anytime and anywhere. Second is that you could review lectures instantly. Third is it causes less intimidation for the students. Fourth is you have more time to think before sharing. And fifth is it is cost effective. So yun po yung mga advantages ng online education na ating napag-usapan this afternoon. But when there are advantages, there are also disadvantages. Ito yung mga disadvantages ng online education or online learning. Unang-una po sa ating listahan ng disadvantages of online learning is learners with low motivation and bad study habits can easily fall behind. Sabi niya, unang-unang reason is that may mga estudyante, yung mga ibang tao, na merong low motivation at saka hindi masyadong maganda yung study habits, they can easily fall behind. So for example, kasi nga walang direct personal connection, hindi mapagsasabihan ng teacher kung nakikinig ba ng maayos, yung person sa lecture or sa webinar, or kung ano yung nafe-feel niya patungkol sa content o nang ibig sabihin nun, yun yung nangyayari. So wala masyadong interaction between the teacher and the student. Kaya pwedeng mapag-iwanan ka. For example, a fellow doesn't listen properly to the webinars or the sessions, hindi niya ma-apply dun sa projects or sa things na ginagawa niya. So, yun. Tapos, hindi rin yung ma-assess kasi makikita rin yun sa feedback, sa quizzes. So, yun yung unang-unang disadvantage. Second is, slow internet connections or older computers make accessing course difficult. Ayan. So, minsan din, nagiging challenge or disadvantage yung slow internet connection. Yung mga fellows natin are coming from different areas of Mindanao. And there are areas where internet connection is a little bit challenged, especially sa fellows natin in Zambasulta area. So, ayun. Maaari din siyang gawing disadvantage kasi nga, imbes na mas maintindihan ng mga estudyante or ng fellows kung yung pinagsasabi ng lecturer or yung person na talking in front of the camera, nagiging difficult siya. It's a challenge kasi hindi masyadong maintindihan because of slow internet connection. And masyadong mahina talaga ang internet connection in the Philippines. And that's something that you have to think about when we are doing webinars. Kasi we have to always secure strong internet connection para naman mabilis tsaka diretso-diretso yung pag-understand natin and maging meaningful yung online education, online learning natin na magkakasama tayo. Third is, hands-on or lab work is difficult to simulate in a virtual classroom. So nag-tech camp po tayo, di ba madami tayo mga pa-hands-on activities of photography, videography, or digital storytelling. Ngayon po, mahirap po yung gawin using webinars kasi nga, hindi siya masyadong limited yung interactivity niya. So, hindi kita maturuan diretso, parang ganun. So, it's difficult to simulate hands-on or lab work inside a virtual classroom. Kasi nga tayo nasa virtual classroom, masyadong mahirap if we work on something together na hands-on or that requires laboratory equipment. So, that's a disadvantage of online learning also. And fourth is a lot of downtime and play issues. So number 4, dahil nga ang online education gives you freedom to actually do something else or take this lesson or listen to this webinar at your own pace, at your own time. There's a lot of free time na medyo baka yung student or yung listener doesn't want to do it anymore kasi nga sa parang feeling niya na-bored na siya. So there's a lot of downtime when you do online education, and that's something that you should be wary of or should be careful with because minsan, yun nga, hindi na masyadong naboboard, tapos ayaw na makinig sa session instead. So just be careful when you want to do webinars or online education and do it with others kasi may mga disadvantages din siya. And lastly is Lastly is number 5, working alone. So minsan kasi ikaw lang yung mag-isa, it might not motivate you as much as you are working in the classroom or working with other people. So yun din, when you are doing online education, ikaw lang talagang mag-isa with your phone, with your laptop, with your internet connection, you may have someone with you. Pero ikaw lang yung gumagawa ng mga tasks. So it's a little bit disadvantage because some people actually work better when they are in groups. So, yun, kaya isa yung challenge na kailangan natin lagpasan. And those are a few of the disadvantages of online education. And there are, I guess, other topics or other things that you could, talk about disadvantages of online education. So, ayun, if you have other suggestions, if you think there are other advantages and other disadvantages of online education, you can put them up in the comment section below when you have time, guys, later, mamaya sa quiz. So this time, so ayun, tapos na po tayo. First, we discussed about online education, online learning through webinars. Second, we discussed about the advantages of online education or online learning. Third is we discussed about the disadvantages of online learning. And this time, we'll try different online learning tools that are free online. So ako po ay nag-search on Google kung ano po yung mga best online learning courses or websites, free online courses on Google. At tayo po ay may nahanap na mga sample na websites. So una-una, first is edX, okay? EDX. So, mamaya lagay namin yung resources tsaka link sa references ng video na to. So, ito ay edX. Sabi dito, edX is your one-stop shop for all things university. From UC Berkeley class and essay writing to Harvard course of Einstein, they've got it all. So, yun po, pumunta po ako sa edX.org. At meron ditong business courses at edX. So, ito po masyadong madaming mga business classes talaga. So, madami siyang partner schools. Ayun, madaming partner schools. Tsaka, free online courses. Ayun, accelerate your future, learn anytime, anywhere. So, madami silang, so may MIT, may Harvard University, may Berkeley University of California, tsaka iba-iba pang mga malalaking university. So, pwede dito. I tried checking on some of their subjects, pero parang may bayad ata. So, yun. You have to just check out this website and see which one worked for you. Another is Allison. So, ALISON, sabi na, has partnered with top publishers among the likes of Macmillan and Google to bring you courses tailored to areas where you may need some beefing up. So, I tried opening up Allison, and it actually has a really nice interface. So, pagkapasok mo sa website, agad tuloy ka sa may, yung mga different na online courses yung gusto mo. So, pwede din dito. Tsaka madaming free courses. So, mag-try ako. Kanina, in-open ko yung strategic management. Introduction to strategic management. Tsaka may mga free courses talaga. So, that's Alisa. Third is, pwede din daw yung MIT Open Courseware. So, yun. Ito naman masyadong para sa technology. So, yun. MIT Open Courseware. 5 courses. So, yun. Pwede may mga topic, may subtopic, engineering, business. So, ayun. Project evaluation, transit management. Okay. So, pwede din MIT Open Courseware. And one of the very popular online education websites is Coursera. So, I know some of you guys know what Coursera is. And ayun, may mga partners din siya. Illinois, Penn University, University of Pennsylvania, Johns Hopkins University. So ayun, may Coursera. So pwede din. Tsaka may pa-enroll for free. Tsaka may mga free leadership and management. Ayun. May mga free courses din. Maganda yung Coursera. Okay. I haven't tried any of it. But ayun, may storytelling and influencing. Communicate with impact. Ayun. This is a nice course. Try for free. And fifth is, you could also go to the Microsoft Virtual Academy. Yun. So may mga pa-virtual academy din ang Microsoft. So yun, start learning today. Ito sa mga teachers, madami silang programs. Learn more about using Excel for business, learn more about using Microsoft Word, or learn more about using Microsoft OneNote. May mga ganung topics and discussions dito sa Microsoft Virtual Academy. So, yun. Those are some of the few websites that you can check out if you want to learn more and have more discussion about online education. So I think those are all of the sessions that I have for you guys this afternoon. So we've covered what online education is or online learning is. Second, we've also covered what are the advantages of online learning. Third is disadvantages of online learning. And fourth is that some websites that could help you with online learning. So I think those are everything that we have covered for you this afternoon. Ako personally, when I think of online learning, I think this is a really good opportunity. It's a really good, thing. Sa akin lang, minsan, don't really have enough time to actually do it. Totoo yung sinasabi natin sa disadvantages. That it needs a lot more of motivation kasi kailangan gustuhin mo talagang manood ng webinars o kailangan gustuhin mo talagang manood ng tutorial videos kasi nga, it's really you wanting to learn more about it. So, ayun. Pero ako, if I would be given the chance to do online courses, online learning, I would really love to, especially doing webinars. This is such a nice opportunity to learn. Yun nga, kasi you could just do it in your downtime, you could just do it at home or in the office and learn more about it. So, for Peace Promotion Fellows, what does this help you? I guess you could also use this you could also experiment in using webinars in your organizations, or you could also experiment using webinars in information sharing sessions. So you don't really have to rent a place or gather people together. Pwede naman you can do it online if your audience also has access to the internet. Yun din yung issue natin. So, ano pa bang pwedeng gawin? As Peace Promotion Fellows, I think it would also be helpful for you guys to extend and expand what you guys are already know and then learn more because yun nga, ang daming information available online. It's just for us to process it, to learn more about it, to understand this concept and translate it into better actions in our lives. So there are a lot of really good courses online, good information online that could help you become better Peace Promotion Fellows, could help you baka mas magaling pa kayo sa amin next time. But really, it's nice that we continue our education kasi nga hindi na naman nag-stop, di ba? Parang ang pangit lang kasi wala na tayo sa school. ayaw na nating matuto. But I think life, it needs lifelong learning din. Lifelong learning na kung saan dapat everyday may bago tayong matutunan or dapat naman sa iba't ibang season ng buhay natin. We learn something about ourselves or we learn something new, we learn a new skill, ayun, we learn something different. So, I think that's everything about online education. Medyo short yung webinar natin this time because it's our first webinar also. And we'll be coming back to you with a lot more webinars until December, until the run of the Peace Promotion Fellowship. So please be excited about that. And I think for this first webinar, it is pre-recorded kasi nga we just wanted to test out how these things work. But next time, we'll be doing it live. So we'll be inviting some other speakers to share to you about specific things that you wanted to learn for your webinar. So ayun, also we'll be placing there my section sa sa quiz later na you could suggest specific topics, webinar topics that you want to be included for our future webinars in the Peace Promotion Fellowship BONDingan sessions. Ayun, BONDingan sessions nga pala ang tawag sa webinars natin. Okay, so I guess that's everything. That's online education. It's use of learning through the use of technology and through the use of technological gadgets. And I hope you make use of the time that we have spent together in this webinar and that you continue learning more and sharing this up to your friends and colleagues in your organization. So, ayun, yun po lahat. Maraming salamat po, Peace Fellows, and we hope to see you again in the next episode of our BONDingan session. So, that's it.